Mama June, from not to hot. Honey Boo Boo desires an end to family arguments. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Alana Thompson, star of Mama June, from not to hot, discusses her top priorities for her family. She's also talking candidly about her efforts to mend her connection with her mother, June Shannon. Mama June. Alana Thompson provides a life update, from not to hot. Alana Thompson discusses how her life has changed in the previous several months in Mama June, from not to hot. Not much has changed according to her. Alana then states that she still resides with Pumpkin, her sister. She does, however, admit that life with Pumpkin may be hectic. That's because she frequently gets yelled at by Pumpkin for not taking care of herself and attending her online Zoom classes. Next, Mama June. Alana Thompson, star of From Not to Hot, reports that her mother, June Shannon, is doing much better. She adds that she is attempting to mend her ties with her mother. Pumpkin opposes Honey Boo Boo's friendship with her mother. She is, however, excited to get to work on creating one. Then, she expresses her belief that her followers will be pleased with the advancements she and June Shannon achieve. In addition, Mama June. From Not to Hot actress Alana Thompson discusses her mother June Shannon as she attempts to overcome her addiction. Nonetheless, she finds comfort in the knowledge that many families struggle with issues brought on by addiction. Honey Boo Boo discusses assistance. Mama June. From Not to Hot author Alana Thompson claims that many people messaged her following the public revelation of her mother's struggle with drug addiction. She becomes aware that she is not alone in the world as a result of this. She adds that other individuals have texted her positive remarks. She receives messages from other people sharing their experiences of sobriety and their efforts to overcome addiction. Alana, though, says she's still holding out for the day when she can declare her mother is sober. Mama June. Alana Thompson's new relationship is revealed. From Not to Hot. Alana Thompson, actress of Mama June, From Not to Hot, now discusses some of the actions June Shannon is doing to strengthen her relationship with her daughter. Going to rehab at last, according to her, was the biggest move she made. Alana continues by saying that her mother also reached out to her and made time to speak with her. Pumpkin, though, isn't buying June's advancement. Her mother, according to her, has her own reality. Because June is still seeing Gino, she doesn't think she is sober. But since Pumpkin is her only mother, Alana wants Pumpkin will allow her to see her. However, Alana believes that seeing her mother receive professional assistance in her sobriety makes her want to mend June's relationship. The Shannon family had always been a whirlwind of drama, but lately things had escalated to new heights. Honey Boo Boo, also known as Alana Thompson, sat on the porch of their modest home in Hampton, Georgia, watching the sunset with a heavy heart. The fights between her mother, June Shannon, and her sister Pumpkin seemed to be never-ending, and it was tearing their family apart. Alana thought back to simpler times when their biggest worries were pageant dresses and Sugar Bear snacks. But those days felt like a distant memory now. She missed the laughter and the sense of unity they once had. Determined to do something about the constant turmoil, Alana decided to confront her family and plead for peace. She took a deep breath, squared her shoulders, and walked inside, ready to face the storm. Inside the house, the tension was palpable. June was in the kitchen, angrily chopping vegetables, while Pumpkin was in the living room, pacing back and forth with a furrowed brow. The air was thick with unresolved anger and hurt. Alana walked into the living room, her heart pounding. "Pumpkin, can we talk for a minute?" Pumpkin stopped pacing and looked at her younger sister, her expression softening. "What's up, Alana? Can we go to the kitchen? I want Mom to hear this too." Pumpkin nodded, and together they walked into the kitchen. June glanced up from her chopping, her eyes narrowing slightly at the sight of her two daughters. "What's going on?" June asked, her voice laced with suspicion. Alana took a deep breath, trying to steady her nerves. "I can't take the fighting anymore. It's tearing us apart. We need to talk and figure out how to get along." June and Pumpkin exchanged glances, both looking a bit taken aback by Alana's direct approach. Pumpkin sighed, running a hand through her hair. "Alana, it's not that simple. There's a lot of history and hurt feelings. I know it's not simple, Alana replied, her voice trembling with emotion. But we're a family. We should be supporting each other. We should be supporting she was holding and walked over to the table, sitting down heavily. Alana's right. This fighting isn't doing any of us any good. We need to find a way to move past it. Pumpkin crossed her arms, clearly conflicted. Okay, but where do we start? The next morning, June, Pumpkin, and Alana sat down together at the kitchen table, determined to have a serious conversation about their issues. June looked at her daughters, her heart aching for the pain she had caused them over the years. I know I've made a lot of mistakes, June began, her voice filled with regret. I've hurt both of you in ways I can never fully make up for, but I want to try. I want us to be a family again. Pumpkin's eyes filled with tears as she listened to her mother's words. Mom, it's hard to trust you after everything that's happened, but I want to try too, for Alana's sake and for our family. Alana looked between her mother and sister, feeling a glimmer of hope. We need to start by forgiving each other and letting go of the past. It won't be easy, but it's the only way we can move forward. June nodded, reaching out to take her daughter's hands. Let's make a pact, right here and now, to try our best to heal and support each other. No more fighting, no more holding grudges. We're in this together. Pumpkin squeezed her mother's hand, feeling a weight lift off her shoulders. Agreed. Let's do this. Despite their heartfelt conversation, the Shannon family knew they couldn't navigate this journey alone. They decided to seek the help of a family therapist to guide them through the process of healing and rebuilding their relationships. Dr. Smith, a seasoned therapist specializing in family dynamics, welcomed them into her cozy office. She listened attentively as each family member shared their perspective, their hurts, and their hopes for the future. Rebuilding trust and healing old wounds takes time and effort, Dr. Smith said, her voice calm and reassuring. But the fact that you're all here, willing to work on your issues, is a great start. June, Pumpkin, and Alana attended regular therapy sessions, where they learned to communicate more effectively, express their feelings without resorting to anger, and support each other through their individual struggles. In addition to therapy, the Shannon family made a conscious effort to spend more quality time together. They planned activities that allowed them to bond and create positive memories. One weekend, they decided to go on a camping trip. It was an opportunity to disconnect from the distractions of everyday life and reconnect with nature and each other. They pitched a tent, built a campfire, and spent the evening roasting marshmallows and telling stories. As they sat around the campfire, the crackling flames casting a warm glow on their faces, Alana felt a sense of peace she hadn't experienced in a long time. "This is nice," she said, smiling at her family. "I've missed this." June wrapped an arm around Alana's shoulders. "Me too, sweetie. This is what it's all about, being together and enjoying each other's company." Pumpkin nodded, feeling a renewed sense of hope. "We need to do this more often. It's good for us." Of course, the road to healing wasn't without its challenges. There were still moments of tension and disagreement, but the Shannons were committed to facing them head-on, with the tools they had learned in therapy. One particularly difficult moment came when June faced a health scare. She had been experiencing symptoms that worried her, and she feared it might be something serious. Instead of hiding her fears, she chose to be open with her daughters. "I'm scared," June admitted during a family meeting. "I don't know what's going on with my health, but I need your support." Pumpkin and Alana immediately rallied around their mother, accompanying her to doctor's appointments and offering words of encouragement. "We're in this together, Mom," Alana said, holding her mother's hand. "No matter what happens, we'll get through it as a family." Thankfully, the health scare turned out to be a false alarm, but the experience brought them even closer together. It reinforced their commitment to supporting each other through thick and thin. As months passed, the Shannon family continued to grow stronger. They celebrated each other's successes and provided a shoulder to lean on during difficult times. The constant fighting that once plagued their household became a distant memory, replaced by laughter, love, and understanding. Alana thrived in this new positive environment. She focused on her studies, her extracurricular activities, and her personal growth. She felt more confident and secure, knowing that her family had her back. Pumpkin and June's relationship also improved significantly. They learn to appreciate each other's strengths and to work through their differences in a healthy way.